And I do a weekly real estate update that's more broad. But I thought today I would go into the individual data for the multiple listing service I belong to, the combined LA West Side, to show you, number one, in our local market exactly what's happening. And number two, I think the same principles are true across the country and across the region of California. But let's take a look at the data. And again, a lot of video, a lot of articles screaming about the housing crisis and recessions. Not much clarity on what it means for homeowners and what it means for potential buyers. Let's get into the details of exactly what it does mean, because I do think that the data is fairly clear. So this is the multiple listing service, the actual data they pull up. And I'm pulling up the data on the entire multiple listing service, and I want to show a comparison over the last 5 years. Now I've pulled only single family homes because they vary a bit than, say, condominiums or apartment buildings. And I'd say about 80-90% of our activity is in single family homes. So let's take a look at the data. Homes for sale, you'll notice that the number of homes for sale goes up, down, lower point, up, down, lower point, up, down, lower point. This has been a trend for a while, that the number of homes overall is declining. Even the highs are lower than the prior high, and the lows are lower than the prior low. Now, I've spoken before, I think part of the reason for lower inventory is, like in retail space, inventory turns over faster now with technology. Homes are on the market for more than 2 weeks, have been seen by everybody now with technology. That was not true 5 years ago. But that said, you can see less and less homes for sale. We've heard that overall, and that's true in our multiple listing service as well. Closed sales, again, take a look at the numbers. We always have a seasonal decline around December, January, February, because the market slows down with the holidays. Maybe COVID was a little bit of an outlier as far as that number. But you can see already that the numbers have dipped a bit. So our sales overall, the number of units sold, is below the last 2 years. It's about the same as the prior year. Now, in most businesses, flat line over 5 years is a bad sign. And so clearly in the long run, the housing market in Los Angeles is not healthy. It's not growing year over year like you might expect. Pending sales are those that are in escrow. And again, you can see it's dropped below the last 2 years. It's now down to about the level of the prior couple years, below 2017. So overall, the number of sales in Los Angeles is continuing to decline. New listings, and you've heard a lot about inventory in the market, is still below the last couple years for sure. So we have the seasonal drop off in the wintertime, and then we have a recovery period, but the recovery now is less than in prior years. I think one of the factors that's new is with the higher interest rates, sellers who are selling their house here and buying elsewhere and getting a loan have to now think twice, because the loan they were going to get will cost them more. So you'll see a few sellers now off the market as well. Days on market is how long it takes to sell a house. And look at this number over time has gone down. And again, I think this has to do more with the improvement of technology in the market. The homes turn over faster because the market's more efficient. But you can see now the average days on market is below 20. So overall, that would indicate few homes for sale, buyers not able to find a lot of choice. And if they do go in the market, buyers need to move very quickly, evaluate the market. If they see something they like, they need to move quickly, not likely to stay in the market. Month supply has hit down again about 1 month supply. So again, towards the rock bottom number that's possible. But here's the interesting number, total sale volume. You'll see that the gross sales, which is units times sales price, is higher than pre-COVID years significantly. And so what's happened is that there maybe we saw fewer sales, if we go back to closed sales, maybe fewer number, but the dollar amount has gone up. And so like most retail over time, increasing prices can increase overall sales. And maybe there's more of a move to higher price points or above midpoint price points and less on the lower price. So overall sales, not as high as last year, but higher than all other previous years on record in terms of the total amount of sold. The sales price, now this is the average sales price of a home, and you can see steady increase. Steady increase. So people are having to pay more to get into those homes, and the average sales price today is over $1.2 million in our multiple listing service, the combined LA Westside multiple listing service. And then the sold per square foot, I think, is also fascinating. I'm not sure what this month is or this month is, but you can see the steady march over $500 a square foot. Currently, the last period of time was 600 and what was it? 637 per square foot. Now, this is average the overall MLS, but notice that overall the price has gone up. So we know that the average sold per square foot is going up. The houses are more expensive, probably have more features, probably also are bigger. And because we saw this is sold per square foot, and the prices have also gone up faster than that. So what we're seeing is people opting for slightly bigger houses, people opting for slightly higher quality houses, maybe in nicer areas is where the market's going to. So is the market crashing? Well, based on the current statistics, not yet, not close. These numbers are updated weekly. So we've had nothing but increase in interest rates week after week. This is now mid-May, and there's been no slowdown in the sales activity, no slowdown in the inventory, no change, and no slowdown in the steady rise of people wanting more house, bigger house, and a better house in a better area. Those are the data. Those are the stats. Those are the real numbers here in the west side of Los Angeles and Los Angeles overall in May 2022. So what's it like? If your market's different, let me know. And if you have questions, of course, please call, text, or email me. I'm Bill Gross, the LA Probate expert. And as always,